Casey Kasem with the top 40.
Top 40 hits. I can't do it like you do. Hey, Kim. You know, I was telling Shelly how you always do the drunk commentator. Is that the guy from the Cubs?
Harry Carey.
Harry Carey? Is that who you do? Yeah. And so now, every single time I hear an announcer in a game, I start giggling because I think of your Harry Carey. It's like, you know, when they say 6 shots on goal to the Knights 8, and I'm like, 6 shots on goal.
Yeah, 6 shots on goal, and yeah, Jeff and Paul stepping up to the plate right now. It's 2 up, 3 down. 5 hot dogs.
I was explaining to Shelly why I was laughing, and she was just like, what?
Speaking of hot dogs, I had a Costco hot dog for lunch the other day.
So did I. They're fantastic.
It was delicious. It was not as good because I like the onions you can put on them, but they don't have them out there that you can put on yourself.
No,
they have little cups of them now. So I got one, and
they do at Costco cups of onions.
Yes, you have to ask for them.
Oh, I did not know that.
Well, I got a couple to put on mine, so I dumped them up, and they were frozen.
Oh,
so it came out one big blob. I was like, all right. So I tried breaking it apart. So I was eating this with frozen onions.
Crunchy.
They were crunchy. I was just like,
oh, no,
this is not good.
Yeah, flick those off and start over.
I fought through it. It was not good, though. So it was a bad experience. I told my wife, I was like, yeah, this was not a good visit.
It's funny. We were leaving Costco, and, you know, of course, it's $1.50 for a soda and a gigantic hot dog.
Yes.
And I was like, you want to get one? She was like, no. I go, let's just split one. We'll split a hot dog. And she's like, okay.
Was it like Lady and the Tramp?
Because we both love
double
it.
dong?
Oh, yeah. We ate it from the opposite ends. And we met in the middle, and I had mustard up my nostrils, and she had, like, ketchup all over her lips, and it was just, like, amazing.
You licked her gums?
I licked the ketchup off the roof of her mouth.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that kind of went gross in a hurry, didn't it?
Alrighty then. It's May 30th. This is the second edition of our May 30th podcast. This is Dudes Like Us. I'm Sean.
I am Pablo.
And I am Jeff.
During our break, during the first half and the second half, we got to sample
a treat.
We did a treat.
We spoiled ourselves.
Bottle. So if you guys don't know, we have an infinity bottle that we've been contributing to for an extended period. I don't actually know how long, but
it's a gigantic bottle.
Actually, I don't think it was that long. Right?
Well, I started it maybe 6 months ago, maybe 9 months.
It's a very precious bottle.
But it was when when Julie and I recatalogued everything. I think.
You got some new furniture, and you took everything out, and you took it as an opportunity, and you archived everything. And then we started noticing that some of these bottles aren't as full as the rest.
Correct.
And we decided we're going to empty some of them. Not empty them, but we're going to donate them to the Infinity Bottle because it wasn't enough for all three of us to enjoy.
There's the key. If we pour what's left in those bottles into 3 glasses, we're going to go, really?
Right.
Really?
It's not a good 4-ounce pour.
Oh, yeah. We'd be all bitter and irritable.
All puffed up.
Yeah.
Bitch, look at me, Paul.
We said, fine. We'll just dump it in the Infinity Bottle.
Well, it turns out pretty good. So we did this before. I mean, we had a sample before, not an Infinity Bottle. We did our first sample. The first sample was good.
Yeah.
Second sample, even better.
Even better. The second sample, it was sweet.
It was outstanding.
It was so good. And again, I was trying to figure out, is that an emotional response? Because, we love that bottle.
No.
And there's so much history.
I think it's one of the better bourbons we have out there, if not near the top.
Yeah.
It's great.
I wouldn't really even... there's no emotion in it for me. It's all fact. That fucking Infinity Bottle is incredible.
And how many bourbons is it a blend of?
27.
27 bottles.
So there you go. If you're
27 bottles.
If you're listening and you want to make an excellent bourbon, just buy 27 bottles of bourbon.
And they're all over the place.
2 to 5 ounces of bourbon in
and
there.
Just mix it into a bottle, and then you'll have anything you could ever want in a bourbon.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're kind of perusing the quantities of the different bourbons that we're putting in there, and I noticed there was one that was 6 ounces. There were a couple that were 4.5 ounces, but the majority of them are about 2.5 ounces ish.
Right.
There may have been
not a lot. Yeah, it's not a lot.
And they all have contributing factors. I mean, my overall synopsis of my taste buds, I tasted a lot of pepper. The aroma was fantastic. The overall, it's very sweet. The
Yeah.
sides of my palate were very sweet. I mean, it was a little peppery, a little hot on the front end. Just but the overall, it was like it was syrup in there almost.
So good.
Yeah, it had a really good oiliness to it.
Yeah, it's really, really
It
good.
was really good.
But we are trying one we've never tried before,
That's right.
and it's Bardstown.
This is my first dip into it. I just now did it.
What do
Okay,
you think?
this is my second. The second was infinitely better than the first. We said it was a hard burn on the first sip. Second sip, it's actually I tasted no burn at all.
So
Maybe it burned off.
the nose was very misleading. When you first smell it, it's
I
like
got lots of flowers.
Oh yeah,
it's got
super sweet.
very very flower
I had
aromas.
florals. The first time I did, I was like, "Well, that's very perfumey."
All right, it's original series bottled in bond. It is Bardstown.
Yeah, it's the middle
It
one
is naturally 100 proof. Price
Well,
point.
not naturally, but
Because
Bottled
100
in
proof
bond.
is bottled in bond. So naturally, that means it's 100 proof. And we're at $50 for a price point. Not bad at all. And here's the mash bill 68% corn, 20% wheat. Oh, it's a wheated bourbon.
It's a wheated bourbon.
And 12% malted barley. So excellent.
What does this?
68 corn. That's pretty significant. So I like to see corn below 70. Maker's Mark I think is 71. I like it when it hits 65. That corn. That way it allows you to play with the wheat and barley a little bit. Give it a little
more
leadway.
percentages.
Correct.
So this is there's no rye at all here. So it's 20% wheat. And normally I thought that makes it kind of softened. For the bourbons we
little
tried that are
smoother.
wheated,
Well,
they're
this is
usually
spicy.
Are they spicy? I thought the
this one
rye
is.
is spicy. Yeah, no,
This
this
one-
one.
Well, we had in all
that-
fairness, we had spicy chips in the middle from Whole Foods store.
This is what I'm finding. Whenever we think, oh, it's got a high percentage of rye, that means it's peppery and spicy. Oh, it's got a high percentage of wheat, that means it's softened. And
Right.
none of that is true.
Well, this is
None of
very
that is
soft.
true. Every single one of these things have their own character and flavor, and you cannot even make a generalization when you're looking at that mash bill of what you think it's going to be like.
Right.
That's my personal take. After all the ones we've been kind of tasting.
Yeah, because this one is spicier than some of the ryes we've had.
Yes, absolutely. But the second pull, did you take a second pull? Because it's not.
I did.
It wasn't burning
I'm
on
on
the
my
second
third
one
pull.
for me. Did it burn second time?
Second time it did. For me, it did.
Third pull tastes
Really?
like crab meat.
Yeah, I didn't get.
Like
I didn't get a
nice
burn on the
lump
second one.
crab.
Could be the crab I ate for lunch.
Nice belch.
Maybe that's what it was.
That's
Scroll down a little bit. Let's see if they have any. So we have the black label.
Black Label. Yeah,
Oh,
Where's it? What do they say about it?
Oh,
Weeded.
there it is.
that's
right
racist.
Right there in the
there.
middle.
All right, who's going with it?
Which one? The Weed of the Bottle and Bond presents the best locally sourced corn and wheat grains in the 6-year-old straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
Cheers.
This
nice.
bourbon features
6 years
20%
is nice,
wheat
yeah.
mash bill, creating a beautifully balanced modern expression. Baked peaches
Oh,
with cream
God.
meets cocoa with hints of lemon and nose.
Read that again. Baked peach
baked
with
peaches,
cream meets
baked
cocoa
peaches,
stone fruit.
Baked peaches. Baked
Oh.
peaches with cream meats.
Hints of lemon. Oh my God.
No, you can't
An
do it.
indulgent, smooth
What the
mouthfeel
hell?
of stone fruit and toffee.
I see. I said stone fruit, and you guys were like, "Hey, look at he's saying stone fruit. It's stupid."
Well, it's
No.
pretty much in every bourbon apparently.
Yes.
No, it's not.
I think it's a tincture. Is stone fruit a tincture that they add to every bourbon?
I think bourbon is a tincture.
Yeah, it's like an eyedropper, and they just kind of
Yes.
2 drops
It's
in
a
the.
tincture, some sort of magical
Baked peach with cream.
potion. They some sort of
Baked
medical.
in
I don't
Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't get baked peach with cream at all.
Oh God, no! It's so retarded. I don't know why they do that.
No, well, hold
It's
on,
just-
hold
they try to
on.
be so
Pump the brakes here.
creative.
It doesn't say. It says with baked peach with cream meets cocoa
With hints of lemon.
with hints of lemon on the.
Shut
Look,
up! That's retarded.
It is not retarded because I'm going over
Stop
this.
it.
I'm going over
I
this.
think it's subliminal.
well, maybe.
You're like, huh?
If it said tastes like sardines and nuts.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's baked peach. I think I smell. Oh wait, no, that's cream. No, that's cocoa. Oh, that's hints of lemon.
I don't taste the peaches and cream.
Yeah, I
I do
none of
taste
that.
that. I do taste it's a little peachy.
Well,
You
the
know?
nose is the baked peach, the
think
cream,
stone
and the
fruit.
cocoa, and the lemon.
That's just the nose.
Yeah, that's just the nose.
Yeah, stone fruit and
And that's
toffee.
the floral that I was picking up.
All that being said, I'm thinking about a 6, 7.
I
Bottle and bond, by the way.
because of the burn, and I just did a third poll, and the burn is back.
Before you comment about this, why don't you tell our listeners exactly what bottle and bond is?
Well, that means it's been aged at least 4 years
In what?
in a white oak charred barrel,
What level char?
alligator
38.
char.
No,
I don't think the char is part of the bottle and bond.
it isn't. It isn't. But
It
I just
isn't.
wanted to watch Paul squirm.
But it has to. We haven't really figured out what the regulations of something, but it has to be stored in a government bonded warehouse,
Government bonded rick house.
rick house. But there's also
A government recognized one. I don't think it needs to be the government. It
It's
doesn't
not a
even owned
government
by
rick
it.
house. Yeah, it's government bonded.
It's one that's inspected
Correct.
by the
Yeah,
government.
There you go.
But I think it also has to adhere to certain
There are 4 conditions.
Do you have it up
Oh.
on your computer?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, go ahead there, Sean.
Well, actually, I don't remember exactly, but 100 proof is one.
Yes.
Number 2, it's
Aged at least 4 years.
aged at least 4 years, 2 years, and then number 3 is the oak barrel, charred white oak barrel, and then number 4 is
Has to be definitely in a government regulated
yeah,
rick
maybe
house.
that's what it is.
But I think there's more to it. I think the distillation
It must
process.
be made by one distiller at a single distillery in one season,
Okay.
Oh.
then aged in a bonded rick house.
Okay. Okay.
Rick House,
So how-
REICK.
Yes, that's what they call. That's where they. It's a warehouse.
But how they
They call
store
it rick house.
but how they distill, there's no regulations about
No.
how it's distilled. It just has to
it
be
must be made by one distiller
no blends.
at a single distillery in one season.
Okay.
So you can't have multiple seasons and shit like that.
Right.
So this bottle and bond will be different than next year's.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is cool.
I'm curious.
Theoretically.
You know this Dylan Mulvaney guy?
No, I don't know him.
I've
Well,
never
of course
heard of him.
you've heard of him. But but what I'm getting at is, a small part of me feels bad for him.
He did not want this to happen.
No, I don't think any human wanted this to happen. In fact, he's probably excited about the direction his life is going, and he's got a huge mouthful of teeth. Do you ever see him smile? He looks like a fucking Muppet. It's
I
it's
try
amazing.
not to
I
look
try
that
not
close.
to really look at him.
Yeah, well, he's all over everything, but he's getting tons of exposure. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, he brought down the number 1 beer distributor out there, Bud Light. He didn't bring him
Shocking.
down. He didn't bring him down, but they're down
30%.
29.5. It's
Do
Which is-
you think he cares about that?
I think he does.
yeah,
I mean,
I would.
He,
I think
he had a post that was pretty heartfelt. He was like, "I didn't intend for any of this to happen. I didn't want to be divisive. I was excited about it, and and they agreed to make a can for me, and I mean, he was actually pretty gracious about it. I read it, and I was like, "What? That was a cool response."
Did you know he was on,
And he is a person. He is a human, right? I mean, he has
Yeah.
feelings like the rest of us.
yeah,
and-
but
and it was-
I'm going to tarnish that a little bit. You can't be an
influencer
accepting
or whatever.
human acting like a 6-year-old girl. I mean, to me, that's pedophilish.
I don't think it's pedophile. Well, it might be, but I think it's just mental illness. I mean, I'll just be
Did you
honest.
know? I think he is an actor. Did you know he was on The Price is Right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like as a contestant?
No, as himself.
Yeah, as a
It was,
guy.
it was before he was doing all this bullshit.
Are you saying
So-
The Price is Right hires actors?
The Price is Right. No, I think he is an actor because he
He won too.
did he.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see.
Hold on.
Oh, because he had this flamboyant dance.
Yeah, he's
Mr.
very flamboyant.
Producer, can you
You're
pull
saying,
up
you're
Dylan
saying he
Mulvaney
was
Price
a
is Right winner?
contestant,
Correct.
and he came down and he won, and nobody knew who he was,
Correct.
and he was being himself or an
yeah.
actor.
Yeah, he
Price
was
is
being
Right.
himself, I think.
Okay, well, how long ago was that? I mean,
I
at
don't
lea-
think it was too long ago. I don't know.
Price
at
is
least he's
Right.
being consistent about who he thinks he is.
Video.
He was born in '96, so
Okay.
Well, we got this is a 5-minute version.
oh, there he is.
Oh, there he
Oh,
is. He pops out there.
no.
See if you got anything. So he's wearing like a Where's Waldo shirt.
Oh no.
And
Come
it's,
on down! You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
he's
Dylan, how
just
you doing?
Oh my god, it's the best day of my life!
welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Hey, George,
He
how
looks
about
like-
prize that everybody did on? Listen.
$1.
$1. Actual retail price is
Yeah.
$2,040. Dylan.
Yeah, all right, so we could skip down to the very end of this.
Oh my
Yeah, but
god!
look at him. He jumps on
He's
the
an
floor.
That's what I mean. He's an
I'm a
actor.
yoga instructor, and I do musical theater.
Well,
Thanks for
plus
bringing
that.
the energy, Dylan.
Thank you.
We have something pretty cool for you behind the door here. What do we got, George?
Yeah,
We're
you
going
you,
to entertain you. With
you
a
can't
whole
take this
new
seriously.
game
When you see the
room.
way he's acting, you can't take it seriously.
Right.
This foosball table features
It's a
35
it's a
leg levelers with
it's
an act.
rubber
It's a
bottoms and shrubs.
it's a masquerade. It's a somebody has to really, when you put out that type of energy to really falsify your personality like that, you got to feel bad for them. I mean, that's
it's not healthy.
it's completely fake, and I mean there
No, but I haven't
there are
watched
undertones
him,
of happiness in there, but you could see through all that shit.
But I haven't watched anything that tells me if they're consistent. You know what I mean? If they're consistent, or he or she is consistent in
It's
her
a
behavior.
He. It's a he.
He consistent in that behavior? I mean, all the time.
I don't know. Like he is
What are you saying?
It's an
like,
act, right?
chickified.
So when he gets home, he's kind of like, Rufus, what'd you do shitting on the floor in here? He's talking to his dog.
Right.
He's,
Yeah.
he's actually got a really deep
Yeah,
voice.
watching NASCAR.
Watching NASCAR.
I think that was probably the first Bud Light he ever drank. I don't know. I think only him or his family.
I
and friends
think I'm going
could
to try
answer
out
that.
for some of that NASCAR Bud Light commercial. That's
So
what I got going.
he won something on this.
I guess he won a foosball.
He won it all. No, he won the everything. Go down to the very end.
He won the showcase.
Yeah, he won the showcase.
Oh, see, the whole thing's an act.
So he's on the
Thank
he's
you.
spinning the last wheel.
75.
Okay.
One more spin.
There he goes. He spins it. So the other one has 85 cents. So all he has to get is 15 and lower.
And he doesn't look.
$25 for $25 for $1. Oh,
He doesn't look anything like a girl here.
nice
Bum,
meeting
bum,
you.
bum, bum, bum.
Come on over.
Hold on, he lost there. That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense at all.
Yes, he lost.
Okay, that was a lie.
No, he did win something. He won a lot. So maybe he was on the show.
It does say Dylan Mulvaney wins on Price is Right.
Well, he won whatever he bid on there.
Oh,
Yeah, but there's
okay.
another one where he went absolutely apeshit and it was like fucking. I mean,
When
Well,
did
that was
Drew
ape shit.
Carey turn into Santa Claus?
Oh well, he won his pool table.
yeah, right there. He's like,
Dylan's a winner. Dylan, nice job, man.
what a fruitcake.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's not
We're gonna
realistic.
spin the
Look at
wheel
him.
after this. Don't go away, folks.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
just
you can't take
embarrassing.
this seriously.
He's got his billiards. He's running around the foosball table. He's got the little Papa Shot basketball game side by side, and he's got
Oh,
the Where's
stop.
Waldo with the
Just
jeans. He's
stop.
doing the
Over the top.
the rolled up jeans and the split Van Halen guitar jump. I mean, come on,
Okay, I like that move.
with the guy in the background waving.
Okay, turn it off.
You know what? He's just look at it. He's just frolicking.
It's a joke.
Yes.
Whatever. I guess me bringing up the whole thing is that,
I just wish they could be authentic.
and this only
to me, none of it's authentic.
This only supports what I'm saying. I mean, he's got there's stuff going on, and I feel bad for them. I feel bad for him. I feel bad that this experience is going on for him, but he should have never been put in that position in the first place. You know, it's not his fault. The people, the government, these entities are taking advantage of people just to score points. They don't give a fuck what I mean, they care now.
They're virtue signaling.
$29.5 billion later. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That's not what I meant to say. It was probably more than that. It was less than that, but it was 25 million or 29.5%. Okay.
Yeah, they're down. Their sales are down almost 30%, and I don't know from a value of the company.
Well, they
from a
said
stock perspective.
but I read an article today. The rate between Target and Bud Light, they've lost $30 billion between the two of them in market value.
Wow,
Well, I think George Soros was like, you know what? Don't worry. I'll cover it.
probably.
He's got a lot of billions. I don't know if he has enough to dig them out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think so. Someone does. I don't think it matters.
Elon does.
Well, you know, Elon's, I kind of dig what's the latest thing about Elon?
He is.
I was talking about running for president. Not really.
Elon? He
No,
can't.
no, he wasn't talking
No.
about it. People were asking, are you going to run for president? And I forget what
Yeah.
his response was.
No.
Why can't he?
He's from South Africa.
Well, so was Barack.
No, you have to be born here.
Well, he was saying Barack was born in Kenya, right?
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't born here.
Yeah, well, he was
He
the
can't run
governor.
he can't run for president.
No, he can't.
He can run for governor.
He did run. He was the governor of California.
Correct.
I'm the governor.
I forgot what I was going to say. Darn it.
Damn it.
It's going to be so impactful, too.
Well,
Oh.
I'll just wrap it up.
Thanks for listening
Dudes
tonight.
like us.
Yeah, we ran out of stuff to talk about. That's a first.
Yeah.
Probably because you're a little toasty because you haven't been drinking as much lately. Speaking of drinking, that Texas congressman, not the Texas congressman, the Texas speaker.
Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House for the Texas legislature.
Correct.
So a video came out where he was all slobbery drunk.
Well, he was at the podium at the House, and he was talking about passing an amendment or something. And he was
Dade
slurring.
Phelan.
What? Oh, hold on. He was in the House? Like,
Yes, and they're in session.
This was 6 days ago.
Yes.
okay. I thought it was just a personal video that got leaked.
No.
Oh no.
No,
He
no.
he was in there with the was it the hammer, the
gavel.
gavel?
The gavel.
He was being Speaker of the House.
Oh God. He's a hammer.
Was he having a stroke or was he drunk?
Well, you should be able to find it.
Yeah, find that for us.
Texas
Speaker of the House, Texas.
Speaker
Drunk.
drunk.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and he's slurring, and they're of course his friends are trying to make excuses that he's whatever.
Drunk.
Yeah, I mean it's embarrassing for one thing, and
oh, man.
Ken Paxton called him out, saying there needs to be an investigation.
Yeah.
And then Ken Paxton gets impeached. Maybe he took like a
Go to
prescription
Go
pill.
to the YouTube one.
Did they give an explanation for it?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Well, that is
Accused
crazy.
of being drunk. Well, maybe he had a long.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Mr. Campbell sent an amendment. The amendment is acceptable to the author. Is there objection to the opposite amendment? The chair hears none. Amendment is adopted.
Oh my God.
The chair recognizes Mr. Johnson of Harris. Mr. Johnson of Harris to speak in opposition to the bill.
Oh my God.
The chair recognizes Ms. Niave Criado to speak in opposition to the bill.
There you go.
Ouch.
Anyway, Ken
There-
Paxton called on the House to investigate him,
And they impeached him.
and all of a sudden he's impeached now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that just doesn't all of a sudden happen.
Well, no, they've been building the case for him.
Okay. Yeah. So that was, and they did impeach him.
Well, like yesterday.
Okay. And then now it's going to the Texas Senate
Correct.
where they're going to go through a trial.
Well, it's just like when they did Trump, right?
Okay.
So technically, yes, he's been impeached, but
It
it's
doesn't
up to
mean
the-
anything.
It's up to the Senate to try him now.
and then they would kick him out of office.
Correct.
And what's he being
And
accused
they're
of?
going to be able to do it because the Senate is Democrat.
He fired.
owned.
He fired.
Is that true?
Well, the Senate is Democrat owned. I mean,
Controlled?
They
Yeah.
have a majority.
Not the Texas.
Hold on. Does this go to the Senate of Texas
No.
or the
This
Senate
is
of
Texas
Congress?
Senate.
This is the Texas legislature. It has nothing to do with the federal government.
Yeah, this is all
Okay.
inside the Texas.
Yep. All Texas only.
And he fired some attorneys without cause, apparently. And they sued or something like that, and he used Texas funds to pay them off, like $3 million.
Oh, boy.
And that's illegal, apparently.
It's legal?
Illegal.
Oh, right.
So those are the charges.
Okay. Well, there you go. So they impeached him.
So they're
And
like,
it's usually Republican controlled House and Senate.
yes, but there were enough in the House. I was listening to the radio today.
Well, they're saying is impeach him over a series of bribery and corruption
Yeah.
allegations.
The
Right.
$3 million that he used, and it was from the Texas budget, basically.
Now, wasn't he our tax assessor?
No, he's
for
the
a long
Attorney
time?
General. No,
Who? Why am
that's
I?
Kenneth L. Mon.
Oh, not the same guy.
No.
So he had given special treatment to a campaign donor who helped him.
Yeah, he's used money to pay off things.
And I'm not trying to defend him, but if you dug deep enough on any of these guys, you
Right.
would find the same shit. There's
Right.
so much corruption.
Well, what gets
going
me
on.
is there must be something there because even the hardcore conservatives, not the like this Doug Dade or whatever his name is, Thielen,
the drunk guy.
he's a rhino, right? He works with he passes a lot of the things that the Democrats want.
Right.
He works with them a lot more than he should. But anyway, the hardcore. What I heard is there were several hardcore conservatives who voted to impeach him as well.
Right. Well, there must be something to it then.
Yeah,
The people that like get down to ethical,
yeah.
ethical,
Right.
know,
It wasn't the rhinos.
rationale.
There were some true conservatives that said, yeah.
All right. Well,
See that.
so the sad thing is that most people don't pay attention to the politics that happen within their own state. They only think about Congress,
Correct.
right? Like federal government. How does this affect us? He's the Attorney General of Texas.
He has sued Biden a few times.
So if he were booted, they would. How does that work?
Well, he just got elected again.
Right. So what do you know what the procedure is to replace
Well,
him?
we
There'd be a special election.
didn't California, or was it San Francisco, just got rid of their district attorney. So he's the attorney. He's the state attorney for Texas, right?
Right.
So would the governor appoint someone?
Probably until there's a special election.
Correct.
That's what I would guess,
Right.
because that is an elected position,
Yes.
right? So, okay, all right. Well, that's interesting. I mean,
Well, I'm at the
I
point.
don't have any qualms about it. If he's a sleazeball, he's a sleazeball.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know anything about him.
I
right?
think another wrinkle to this is his wife is a senator who's going to be part of the vote.
Ooh, she has to recuse herself, does she not?
I don't know. What are
How's-
the rules?
I don't know. I don't know how you play that one.
I don't know. I mean, should she? Probably, but does she have to? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't really know enough about this. I know what the allegations are, and I don't know enough about Ken Paxton
I don't
to
either.
really have an opinion on this one. I need to research.
I'll tell you, there's I've got a story here I thought was funny. I just texted our producer to see if he can't pull it up here, but there was a woman. She won an annual cheese rolling race while unconscious.
Will she fall down with it?
I guess so. So on May 30th, the annual Cooper's Hill cheese rolling race in England.
I've seen this. It's quite violent.
Yeah, you ever seen the
Very
cheese
dangerous.
rolling where they
What?
they run down a hill to try to beat the cheese down there, right?
Yeah, that's like a big 100-pound roll of cheese. Big cheese wheel.
Yeah. So, anyways, the cheese rolling race in England
it's not as-
featured
it's not
the
as big.
winner of one round getting knocked unconscious only learning of her victory when she woke up in a medical tent. The annual event in Brockworth near Gloucestershire featured multiple rounds of racers stumbling down the steep Cooper's Hill to chase a simulated wheel.
Yeah,
Oh,
watch
that-
this. It's his wheels off.
That does not sound like a good idea.
I mean, people just start flying.
Ow.
I saw there's people just
They-
running full speed down the hill, and
She knocked herself out.
Oh, that was the one that was running full speed,
Oh,
and she won.
First question,
Yeah.
how are you?
I'm good. Now that I remember it, I'm good.
You took hell of a tumble.
Did I?
Yeah. So what
Did
do you
I?
remember of the race?
I remember running. And
she has
then I
a
hurt my
mark
head.
on her left
And
temple.
then I woke up in the tent.
How does it feel to be the winner?
It feels so good. It just kind of hit me, but yeah.
So the question is, are you going to come back next year and do it again to reclaim your title?
I think I will. If I, yeah.
until she
I
gets
feel
home
out
and
to it, yeah.
realizes how injured she is,
Yeah,
Despite
and she has
injuries,
like
I think it's worth
a
it.
serious concussion.
and her adrenaline's gone.
She smacked the ground so hard.
She bounced.
That's
But
retarded.
I've seen this on some other programs. I thought the cheese wheel was bigger, but actually there's another one where I see them pushing the cheese wheel up a hill. That's where the cheese was bigger. That happens every year. These people just diving. They lose it and they're just flying down this hill.
So what? There's some other goofy ones. We got the running of the bulls, right? People get hurt
I
every year doing that.
I'll pass on that.
Yeah, people get gored every year. What? There's some other stupid ones, aren't there? What are some of the? I'm trying to remember.
Well, you got world's most bizarre competitions. Let's see here.
But there's one that people are always bloody.
There's a baby crying competition.
Oh God.
No.
The World Worm Charming Championship.
Well, they have all sorts of eating ones, right? They got the hot dog eating one. They got
They got the World Wife Carrying Championship.
World Wife.
Do they have dwarf tossing?
Yeah. Well,
I think
midget, I think it's midget tossing.
Oh.
No, they prefer little people.
Well, no, it's called midget tossing.
It
is? Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they don't have it anymore, so there's no reason to change it. So it was called midget tossing. It was back in the 80s. Remember when that black guy,
Mr. T.
Mr. T. I'm gonna get you, boys. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Remember he was they got the world championship punkin 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 chunk the pumpkin chunkin smashing pumpkins like there's no tomorrow.
We used to watch that. Me, Julie, and the boys. It was on Discovery Channel, and it was called Pumpkin Chunkin', and we watched it for 2 years. And these people there was different classes. They would make huge catapults.
Oh yeah.
So there's a catapult, and it would be who could get it the farthest.
Pumpkin.
A pumpkin.
Yeah, okay.
And then there's another one with trebuchets.
Yes.
Which with the rope,
yes,
fling it.
Hey, producer, you got to put Mr. T on there.
And we watched it for 2 years, and then after that, it was
Mr. T
very repetitive, so we stopped.
Right.
Midget.
It's like, all right, how long can you watch this?
So they've got a cockroach racing, Jeepers Creepers it's called. If you live in a particularly unkept house, chances are when you flick off the lights in the night, you'll get invaded by a colony of cockroaches.
What's Buzzkashi?
A bukkake?
No, I don't believe I said that. I saw it up there earlier. Buzzkashi.
Bukkake?
What was the one that you guys were showing me, Jerry Springer, and it had the guy from Game of Thrones? And he was wearing like a wrestling suit? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Who's Wriggler? What's his name?
Buzzkashi, there it is. I don't know what that is. I just saw the word.
He's like the world's most famous little person. The guy from Game of Thrones. What's his name?
Tyrion Lannister.
Yes. What's his name? He's on Jerry Springer.
Are you sure?
Yes, because I just didn't understand why little people put themselves in situations where it's like some sort of crazy mockery.
Peter Dinklage.
Yes, put in Peter Dinklage and Jerry
Are you
Springer.
sure it was Peter
Yes.
Dinklage?
Yes, I am
He's kind of
absolutely positive.
He's kind of an idiot.
Who, Peter?
Yeah, he said some really stupid things.
Is he liberal?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Highly.
All right,
He's the dipshit.
Put in Jerry
Jerry
Springer.
That said that we shouldn't allow. If I have a movie and it involves a bunch of short people and I want to hire a bunch of midgets or little people, whatever.
Oh, I remember.
And he was
Yes.
like standing up saying, "Oh, well, you shouldn't do that."
He was ruining it for any of the actors that could be on there.
Correct.
He's such a jack. He's well bearded though.
All right, not coming up, huh?
He is well bearded.
I don't see it. I pulled up Jerry Springer in the midget thing, and I got one video. I don't
think he was in.
I don't think it was either. I'm looking at him, and it's like one that looks like him, but it's not him.
I thought I saw it. Okay, put it on videos. Click on videos. Let's see if he happens to be on that one.
Just put midget Jerry Springer.
God. All right, never mind.
I don't see what the big fucking deal is with the word midget. It's so stupid.
Well, I mean, like any other word, it's offensive to them, right?
No, it's not offensive to them.
Oh, really?
No, it's not.
My Peter.
Because you know so many little people
Dude,
that
have you ever met a little person that said I'm offended by that?
I've never met any
The
little
only
people.
person that I have ever heard that's offended by that are people speaking for them. I've never heard a midget say, "Hey, I don't like it when people say that."
How many little people have you met in your life?
I've probably 3.
Really?
I've been exposed to a lot of people.
Where did you
I
meet little
been
people?
exposed to a lot of people. I have worked a lot of places that have a lot of people come around. Bars, hotels.
Interesting.
I've been around a lot of people. I've met at least 3.
Have you ever met a little person?
Probably more.
In the hotel industry.
Interesting.
Didn't really have a conversation, but
All right, you didn't say how you feel about being called a midget.
yeah, just
Oh,
tossed him.
I just tossed them. They came by. And I said, "Hey, how you doing there, little buddy?" He tousled his hair. Hey,
Do
buddy.
they walk around with a harness
Hard on.
where just in case somebody wants to?
No, the one cool thing that no, I don't know if it's cool or not, but when I was in the Renaissance and I was going up the elevator from the lobby, and a bunch of the
Here we
like
go.
4 of the Backstreet Boys came in.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And I didn't really know them. I kind of like they looked familiar. And I think one of the ladies I was with me, once they stepped out, she's like, "Oh my God, you know who that was?" Kind of a thing.
And you're like, no.
I was like, yeah, whatever. So,
Tell me why.
and they were short. They seemed short anyway.
Yeah, you know what? It's always disappointing
Yeah,
when you
that's probably
see
why I didn't
peop-
recognize them. I was
Yeah,
like,
when you see people in like real life. Although I haven't seen many people. I mean, I guess I did see who's the swimmer, the freaking amazing
Greg
swimmer.
Louganis?
Mike
No,
Phelps.
No, Phelps. I saw him outside at the Star, at one of those restaurants outside the Star, and I was again unimpressed. I was like, I thought he was a bigger dude.
Was he juggy?
is he like how tall is he?
He was sitting on a bench, so I
I
couldn't.
think he's
really-
like 6 feet, isn't he?
yeah, well,
I thought he was taller.
Yeah, he's a tall guy.
6 feet. I mean, that's not
His
tall.
body proportions are a little awkward.
Well, that's why he was so good. His arms are like.
Yes, but when you see him on TV, you're like,
Well, swimmers are not big.
They're not. Granted, but when I saw him, I was like, oh, and you know what? Idiotic people say that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? They're like, "Hi, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Phelps," and then they'll go, "You look bigger on TV." You know what I mean? They'll say stupid comments like that make them go, "Well, thanks." You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, he's in good shape.
Oh yeah, no, he was in great shape.
I think he's over 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
That's one of the reasons why he was so good. He was so tall and lanky.
no,
and
I agree.
his shoulders are. I mean, that's the swimmer's physique.
So he apparently some lagoon community opened up.
Lagoon.
Yeah, like they have a big beach, it's like a retirement community or something, and they have this gigantic lagoon type lake, and he was there to do the groundbreaking.
The honorary dive into the lagoon. Was it like a swampy thing? Did they have alligators?
No,
in
it
there?
was like a really ritzy neighborhood that had just broken ground.
That's
and-
weird.
And he was their celebrity.
Oh,
Kind
it's,
of
it's where they host the World Stone Skipping Championship.
6'4". Okay, well, he was kind of, I don't know, hunched over, I guess. I don't know. But I haven't been fortunate enough to see a lot of celebrities in my
I haven't either.
life.
Mm.
Or smelled them.
I mean, I've seen some,
Like-
smelled them.
Well, you said Selena smelled like
Like
a
a,
shit pile.
well, you know, that was
what?
well, it was Selena with Selena y los Dinos when I was in El Paso, and I worked
Oh.
at that bar, and she was performing out there, and you know,
Smelled like a gym lager.
Yeah. Is that the one that was killed by her manager?
Yes.
yes.
Oh,
We've
That's
had this.
sad.
We've talked
Look,
about it
she's a
few
sweet
times.
person. I mean, I don't have anything negative to say. It's just
Well, who
the fact
doesn't
is,
smell after you're done working out?
oh yeah, she was up there dancing like "Este Morquito." That's Maz. What was she saying?
and you stuck your nose in her armpit?
Dude, no, you didn't have to.
Oh, she just had an aroma.
Oh, it was toxic.
She was like, "Do you want to taste my sweat?
She didn't say that at all.
Oh, would you want to smell my sweat?"
No, no. She sat next to me, and I had my little tuxedo outfit on. I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" She was like, "How you doing?"
And I said, "Hey, I can smell you from here. You smell like ass."
She was looking at me. She goes, "She said, hey, Ruco, vámonos a mi cantón, chico." And I was like, "Okay, let's go, chico."
I wonder how much of what you say is true from your bar life.
All of it. Well, I mean, I actually didn't say that, but I mean,
I know.
but it was still whatever. I mean, it was a very positive.
So
experience.
she hadn't made it like when she was.
No, she was
was doing the bar scene.
Oh, dude, seriously. I mean, she was.
They all do.
Yeah,
by the way,
they were doing the bar, and look, this wasn't a huge bar either. This was a Texas nightclub on Austin. Do you remember what it was? It was 800 North of Zaragoza in the Lower Valley. In fact, Austin and I did a little deep dive into the building where I worked. It's no longer a bar. I don't recall what it was, but they still have the same dumpster in the front where we would throw people in that were fucking with us.
Oh, great!
They take a bar fight,
Like
you know.
dead people.
No, they just
Cross-dressing bar now.
I don't know what it is actually.
Back to its roots.
And they read books to children.
800
Yeah,
Zaragoza.
in their drag. in their drag outfit.
We're looking at Google Maps now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there. Oh, up one, right there. Bam. All right. So,
Wow.
shit just
that's
got
the end
real.
of that. Okay.
Anyway, so the point I bring that up is I did meet a lot of people. In fact, that bar right there taught me tons, man. I learned how to bartend there. It cultivated my disc jockey experience. So look, I was like one of the only white guys there, and
I know you were Sean Cruz.
well, they said Sean Cruz back because it was back when cocktails was going on there. But they had air personalities that would go there and DJ, and there was two guys. They taught me how to DJ and beat mix music.
Yeah, very
using
cool.
like the real turntables, the Technique 1200s. You
So
know,
when Selena came off the stage, dripping in her wonder
it's where that Kirby vacuum cleaner's place is.
body fluids, was she like, "You're Sean Cruz?
See if you could spin that using the control button.
What is happening? Why do we care about this?"
Well, I was trying to zoom in into the dumpster where we threw them in there.
Oh God, you're trying to see the dumpster? Can you see the dumpster from satellite?
Well, you can. I don't know what he's doing.
Was the Dairy Queen there when you were there? Did you live in La Jolla Place?
Whatever. All right, so I learned a lot working at these bars as far as like bartending. It's all entry level. I was like, I just graduated from high school. In fact, I just graduated from high school. Got one of my first jobs there. There you go. There's the dumpster. That's
I'm sure
funny.
those aren't the same.
No,
I'm sure they
replaced
swapped them out, but that's how close it was.
If you
And-
swap that dumpster, you'll get Sean's DNA.
So there was it's interesting because they used to have like they would have like the burrito lady would be outside the bar every night, and we'd buy like a dozen burritos from her.
Yeah, because you're in that like post-drinking starvation
I
mode.
wasn't really drinking. It was more. In fact, I didn't drink hardly at all. It was.
So you're saying it's a Cookie's pet grooming place now?
I guess it is. I don't know, but it used to be Texas nightclub. You gotta say it like
You're
that,
right.
'cause that's the-
You're right. It's not big.
so it was basically down. It was probably it was most that building.
So it was all those stores.
Oh, I see. They made little stores out of the bigger strip mall. But it is a strip mall. That's pretty like,
yeah.
yeah.
So it was pretty big. They had a big dance floor, a big seating area because they had a lot of live performances there because they had mariachis Los Galleros that would play there every single Sunday.
Oh, good Lord.
And oh man, that was the craziest thing because first of all, I never knew what mariachis were. I was like mariachis. I was thinking like Speedy Gonzales the Mouse. Yes, exactly what it was. They had
Yes.
guys out there. Oh, ay, mi huevos don grande.
Big eggs.
No, I made that part up, but
Yeah,
But-
was that the Three Amigos?
it might as well have been. It sounded like it, but no, they had mariachis. They had some really great singers out there. Lydiana Castro, God bless. I mean, I haven't said that name in a while, but they had bands that like they had like La Maz, which is a very popular Hispanic group. Joe Posada.
Maz?
That
Isn't
Juan,
that like a pregnancy type of
no,
breathing?
that's La
Yeah,
Maz.
it is.
This is La Maz, Mazz. And they had
Oh,
Joe Posada. They had
Oh.
Juan Gabriel. Juan Gabriel is
Juan?
like Juan Gabriel. They had, I'll tell you what, one of the biggest ones we saw out there was Selena y Los Dinos. So you guys have seen the movie, right? Selena?
I don't think I ever watched it, no.
I watched it.
With Julie Lopez, J-Lo?
No, it's J-Lo.
Jennifer Lopez.
It's Jennifer Affleck now.
No, she never
Is she
changed her
married
name.
him? Just,
Yes.
they get
She
married?
did marry
Yes.
for a second time.
I don't know. I don't keep up.
Didn't they
with that.
marry and then divorce, and then he married Jennifer Garner, and then they divorced, and then he married Jennifer Lopez again?
That's
They're
too
a
bad.
mess. It's not going to last. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
They don't give a shit either.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck?
And I love Jennifer Garner. I think she's beautiful.
She is such a class act, in my opinion.
Is she, though?
I
She has a
think so.
new TV show out that's on Apple that I've heard good things about.
Really?
Yes.
I loved Alias.
Yeah, that's how we've.
Oh, yeah.
got
Alias was
into it.
nice.
She was awesome on
Yeah.
that show.
Yeah, she was good.
If that ever comes up on Netflix, I want to watch that again.
That had Bradley Cooper in it as well.
Really? As a regular character?
He was either the roommate or her friend.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's where I don't know if we got to start there, but that's where the first time I saw him.
I always thought she was smoking hot.
All right, so look, I'm
Jennifer
gonna
Garner.
do a little twist here. We're talking about movies and stuff. I saw Netflix last night. I saw a movie that came out called Blood and Gold.
Blood and Gold.
Blood and Gold. It's new. It's
All right.
it's based on in the spring of 1945, where you have the Allied armies invade Nazi Germany in World War II, and there was some story that somehow the Nazis knew there was some gold in this one town. And so you know how they were going throughout all the cities, collecting all the expensive
Artwork.
shit and
Yep.
just
Stealing a bunch of shit, yes.
procuring all this wealth. Well, they ended up trying to find this gold because they heard a story that there was a bunch of gold there, and so they go in there and start doing their shit. You know who Quentin Tarantino is, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's I don't know if he
So like the Glorious Bastards type
it
of
is
thing.
similar
He
to
is
that.
an incredibly gory director.
It's not as gory as that, but they have some incredible scenes in that movie, and it's not as good as the Glorious Bastards. I'm telling you, some of the scenes that there's one German, the guy that was drinking the milk, and there was some
Inglorious Bastards?
yeah, when there were
It's a
people
good
under
movie.
the house, and he was like he has all the patience in the world, and the guy rolls a cigarette. Oh my god, that Glorious.
I think he won an Oscar for...
He should have.
The bad guy, right?
Yeah,
he
was
was
great.
fucking horrible.
I think he did win a good.
right down to the bottom where he was like putting
He was
that lady's shoe on.
he's such a dick.
He was perfect though.
Yeah,
but
he
this
was.
movie, The Blood and Gold, I highly recommended. I watched it last night, and it was a little microcosm of that movie. I mean, some of the fight scenes that they had was just unbelievable. I mean,
Is there an actor that is popular in that
I don't
movie?
believe there's any actors in there that are popular. So
Okay.
I think it's a foreign film as well.
yeah, it is. It's German, so it's not even English.
It's
so
German.
the director is by Peter
There it is.
Thornworth.
Blood and Gold.
Yeah, that's it. And the guy go up top a little bit. So the guy on the right is one of the main bad guys. What is going on with the video?
I don't know.
It's losing sync.
It's fuzzing in and out.
No, it could be the cables jacked up. I don't know.
Oh, that's what I'm
But
thinking.
anyways,
Might be loose.
so that girl on the left, she is one of the main characters, and it's just the deaths that the killing in there is just you got to watch it. Blood and Gold, Netflix. You're probably going to see this. You probably will. I mean,
Well, I recommend, and along the same veins, I watched Sisu. Have you seen that one?
how do you spell
Never
that?
even heard of it.
SISU.
Yeah,
It's a Finnish movie,
Okay.
and it takes place during the same time. It has to do as at the very end of World War II, and
SISU.
SISU, yes, and it has to do with this old Finnish soldier who his family was killed, and he was out of the army.
What's it on?
It's in the theaters right now. I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and he was this. You can't kill the guy, right? Because Sisu, they kind of, if you look up the definition, it's like it doesn't translate into English. It has to do with perseverance, never giving up.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
described
type of
as a
thing.
stoic determination, grit, bravery, resilience, and hardness.
Correct.
Okay. Wow.
So that's what this guy has. And anyway, he's hunting for gold. He's out of the army. The war is essentially over. The Germans are starting to evacuate, and through Finland, and he's over there hunting for gold. He finds a jackpot, just shit tons of gold. So he's like,
meaning like stolen gold?
No, he
like
was digging
artifacts?
for it.
Oh, okay, actual
Yeah,
like
he was
raw
digging
gold.
for it,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
and he finds it, and then he's going back to his town, which is like 650 miles away. And on the way, he runs into these Nazis, this little group of Nazis that are leaving, and they find out he has gold, and of course they want it. And the rest of the movie is them trying to kill him, and him trying to get his gold back.
Oh, so they take the gold away?
Yes, they get it, and
Interesting.
It's basically quite satisfying to see how these Nazis die.
Pretty gory, huh?
Yeah, it is, and it's impossible because the guy gets shot several times. He's in the water. He gets anyway. I recommend it. It's good. Hardly any words in it. He says like 3 words at the very end. The only words are by these Germans, so it's really good. I recommend it. It's well done.
Yeah.
No, I like movies like that.
He's about to kill this guy.
Yeah, so there's someone swimming under the water, and it's well lit. So evidently they've got some sort of light program down there
Yes.
below it.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
it was well done. It was good. Don't know any of the actors. Never seen any of them before. I reckon it. Glorious Carnage. Yeah, that was carnage.
That's
All
the
right.
best comments they can come up with.
So during the last days of World War II, a solitary prospector crosses path with Nazis on a scorched earth retreat in northern Finland. When the soldiers decide to steal his gold, they quickly discover that they just tangled with no ordinary miner.
Yeah. Yes. That was good. It was entertaining. It moved fast, too.
Good.
But
With little
basically,
words.
once he finds his gold, it takes about 15 minutes for that to happen, and then it's on at that point. So that's the movie. It's
Interesting.
really good. I recommend it.
Well, we
I-
can get
I
rid of
can't
that.
I can't say that I've seen any good movies lately.
Well, there's not really
Kinda
a
disappointing.
whole lot out there right now, and plus, I think the bar for me it's gone up there. In fact, even Netflix, I'm getting kind of bummed out. I find myself playing more video games than watching TV now.
Yeah. I did start watching that Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh, I watched that. In fact, I
watched
bought
that.
it.
It's funny.
watched that.
It's funny. So I'm only like maybe 20, 30 minutes into it, but I've been laughing.
Well, I think Chris Pine.
Chris
is funny.
Pine's funny. Yeah.
Do you know who his dad is?
No. Captain Kirk.
Captain Getrer from Chips.
I don't remember who that is.
He's the head chip guy.
The head chip guy.
Yeah, Getrer. He's always up at the beginning of the show at the podium. Captain Getrer.
If I saw a picture of him, I would recognize him.
Oh, you'd see him. Pull up Chips.
Chips Captain.
Captain Getrer.
There's a picture of him.
Yes, I completely recognize him. That's whose father?
That's Chris Pine's father.
Chris Pine's father.
I think his name is Robert Pine, right? Yeah.
So is Pine the same guy that was on Star Trek?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got a good personality, man.
He does.
He's the what do they call the guy that plays the guitar on travels
bard.
with a
The
bard?
lute.
Yeah, there you go.
He has
yeah,
the
the
lute.
It's funny. I watched it. I actually purchased it. It was
It was entertaining.
$16 on Amazon. Now I have it. I'm glad I purchased it because I tried watching it through the regular channels in which I watch hijacked movies. It's kind of a beatdown sometimes. I'll tell you.
It's on Paramount Plus. That's what we're watching it on right now. Interesting. I thought it was just in the movie theaters. I was like, well, how is Paramount Plus
it
showing this now?
What is it? A series?
No, it's a movie.
I was gonna say I watched the movie. I thought maybe there was a series.
No,
as
no,
well.
no. It's a movie.
if it did well, they'll probably make more. I don't know how well it did. So
Yeah, I heard it was good. I mean, like it did well. I thought.
it's entertaining.
Yeah. So I'm not done with it yet. So I don't know anything about how it ends. But
So,
I'll
it's
watch
a
it
charming thief and a band of unlikely adventurers embark on an epic quest to retrieve a long-lost relic, but their charming adventure goes dangerously awry when they run afoul of the wrong people. So it's got an interesting collection of individuals on there. So
Yeah, it does.
The,
It's kinda funny.
the spirit of the show is that Pine was trying to find this relic to bring back
Resurrection
his
relic.
wife. That had died. She was murdered by
It's a tablet of
Resurrection, isn't it?
or something like
was
that. Tablet of it wasn't
penis
resurrection,
erection.
but something just like that.
Reincarnation,
I don't think that's what it was either. But it ended up-
retribution.
you know, all right, just come up with some more Architeuthis, supine, creamy. Go ahead, just
Creamy,
get them all out.
But what's his name? The British actor is really funny in this
Hugh
movie.
Grant. Is his
Yes,
name Hugh Grant.
He's great
Yeah,
in
he
this
did well in
movie.
it.
Very
he
funny.
turns out to be a douche.
Oh,
in
of
the
course
movie,
he's a
yeah.
douche.
He plays a good douche, though.
I'm watching that Fubar right now. It's entertaining.
So that is.
I don't think I'm going to watch that.
That's Arnold.
That's not Sylvester Stallone. That's Arnie.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
it's Arnold.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I don't think I'm going to watch Fubar.
It's good.
Why?
Uh,
Is it woke?
No, I'm just because Arnold's a jackass.
Since when? You didn't like
Since I think if you should take a vaccine or you should be stuck in your house, not go anywhere. That's the reason
him?
why.
Actually, pretty good accent right
Yeah.
there.
He did say that though.
Yeah, he was drinking the Kool-Aid.
You guys are idiots.
He was drinking the Kool-Aid, and why wouldn't you? If you think the government knows everything and the CDC knows everything, why wouldn't you get on board and make other people?
I think the problem that I have with it is
so retarded.
he was in his huge compound living up life.
I know.
Yeah.
Easy
So-
for him to say.
Yeah.
You're the reason why the virus is so bad.
Yes. So bad. You suck.
Get
Do
to the
your
chopper.
part. Yeah, and he's sitting there hanging out with his fucking pet llama. What the hell is that? Is that a pet llama? It's got some. Oh, it's a pony. It's a miniature pony.
It's an alpaca.
But you know what? He wasn't the only one that was
Oh no, that's a whole
drinking the Kool-Aid and saying stupid shit.
half the population was
Right, half. Literally half.
You know, and you know, who the hell are we to throw stones at that? I mean, you know, it's all the power of suggestion and blame it on the media.
Right.
Honestly,
I haven't
blame
heard
it on the
shit.
people.
I haven't heard shit about COVID or the vaccine.
That's because it's no
months.
longer a problem.
Because it vanished.
Well, yeah, it did. But
And Israel came out and said that there was not one COVID death that they didn't have an underlying condition.
correct. No healthy youth.
Right. Not one. They said literally not one.
And there will be no repercussions at all.
None.
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 There will, no one will. There's nothing that will ever come to light of it. They'd be like, hey, you know what? These were hard times that were brought on because we didn't want Trump in office.
Do you think one's going to come around just in time for 2024?
That's what they're saying.
To make sure that they could do mail-ins again?
And then now Trump is trying to beat them at their own game. He is fundraising to do ballot harvesting.
Well, good for him.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, if they're not going to change the rules, then we should do it just as well as they do. But have you ever seen the montage of the them vilifying people that wouldn't take the vaccine?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so vile. It's vile. They're just they're the reason that people are dying. How dare you?
So, it was if you're going to be a guest on The
montage.
View, I would love for someone to bring that up. Hey, Joy, you fucking cunt. You said all this shit about the vaccine, and you were wrong. You said all this shit about
But it was
Russian.
It was CNN. It was
and
never
Trump,
admit
and you
it.
were wrong.
She'd never admit
You were
it.
wrong about every single thing that you threw at him. The only thing you have against Trump is the fact that he's a jackass.
Right.
That's it. And he is a jackass. But you know what? He did a great job. Period.
I can look past that.
Yeah. I can look past it. He's a jackass. I don't
Yes.
give a shit. You
Yeah.
know, I'm a jackass, but I do a good job.
Yes.
Oh, I'm such a jackass. But I do a good job.
Joy, you're a stupid ass. She does a good job at her job of stirring the pot.
And
No.
she's racist.
Oh, so racist.
She's good at what she does, but she's a freaking idiot.
They're all racist on that damn panel. I mean, it's embarrassing. You know, even
She's there for a reason, and she does it well.
Whoopi take it up the ass. No, actually, what's her name? Karen.
Who took it up the what?
I'm sorry, you said what?
You took it up her ass?
Whoa. No, what's her name? Karen? What's Whoopi's real name? Karen?
It is Karen, yes.
Wow, how ironic is that?
Yes.
Yeah. If I went on the show, that's what I'd say. Hey, so Karen,
You think you'd ever be invited on the show?
I think I could have the potential.
Did
Chance,
you
if we
see
get
that
big enough
there was a Republican on the show?
Well, there's supposedly always a Republican on the show.
Right. There was somebody. There was like a guest, and they were saying something, and the crowd was booing, and Whoopi she opened up her can of Whoopi ass, and told the crowd, "Don't be booing, don't be booing. If you guys boo, they're never going to come on our show," and
Right.
lit into the crowd for And I was like, how about not saying the stupid shit you've been saying
Right.
for years and years
How
on the
about, how
show?
about not stacking your audience?
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, I was like,
Why don't you let everyone
I wasn't
in?
really buying
What
it.
a
So you may get
ridiculous,
booed.
what a ridiculous show. I mean,
It is.
But it's so popular,
it's
and all these moms are watching it.
Is it really
You know
popular?
what? That's a great point. You can't trust any of the numbers nowadays.
I don't know. I don't know how popular it is. It's
Karen Elaine Johnson.
yes.
Oh, look how it's spelled though. Caryn.
Karine.
It's Karen. Karen.
That's really interesting. I never knew that.
It's unfortunate that I liked her movies back in the day. I liked her in Ghost,
She was great in Ghost.
Sister Act.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
before she became
this.
A jackass.
vile political hack.
I thought she was funny in Ghost when she went to the bank. She's like, "Oh, I got gas." That's whole scene when she's trying to get a loan money and shit like
Yes.
that.
Yeah, well, yeah, because she was a con artist,
Yes,
but she actually could hear dead people.
yeah,
But she didn't know that until she had an actual dead person talk to her,
right.
which was Demi Moore.
No, it was Patrick Swayze.
Oh, right.
Did you see the movie?
Yes, I did. I didn't think she looked good in that movie.
Who, Whoopi?
No, the short hair, Demi Moore.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I thought she was pretty.
I didn't like the short hair in that movie. But remember, About Last Night, I was enamored
Hold on.
with her.
I'm not done. What? She
Which-
was
which
hot
part?
in that movie.
I didn't like the short
The
hair.
whole pottery scene, you didn't like that?
I like the pottery scene.
Oh,
Yeah, the pottery scene. I just didn't like the short hair. That's okay. I'm
Kind
allowed
of
to not
Dorothy
like it.
Hamill-ish.
Yeah, a little bit.
you know what I like best about short hair?
What's that? Oh, God. Don't finish that sentence.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Guys,
Because my luck, my wife will listen to it. She'll be like, "Really? You said that?"
I guarantee your wife will never listen to this podcast.
Actually, she does at their office. I thought she used to.
What?
They listen to it in the office.
Oh, great. Great. So my wife knows what we say on this podcast.
She doesn't
Does your
listen?
wife hang out in the office?
Does she have it going to in her classroom? Hey guys, this is
Yeah.
what we're listening to today.
Yeah. What's a... Oh, I'm not going to say it.
What's a paniculum?
I'm not going to say it. I almost did.
They can learn new words.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, they probably know a lot more. They know a lot more less or a lot more than we do.
Yeah, they
Probably.
do.
All right. So what was the other one? The World Stone Skipping Championship is another odd contest that they have.
Have you ever seen some of these videos? They're doing like the pig calls where they're going, "Hey, suey, suey."
Sweet.
Yeah, it's just way over the top.
That's
Yeah.
the Arkansas thing.
There is a
I
toe
don't know.
wrestling
Pig suey?
championship.
Pig
Yeah,
suey.
That's what they do at Arkansas.
Well, there's like these competitions on who does it the best, I guess.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't
There's
know
a
that.
there's a toe wrestling championship. The sport is similar to arm wrestling except with toes. In this sport, you go toe to toe and face off
I've heard
with
of thumb
some
wrestling.
of the strongest feet. The toe wrestling competition is full swing in northern England, where an entire championship is dedicated
come on.
to the unusual sport every summer.
That's about as stupid as the slap contest that they have.
Toe tangos tried to take this strange sport to the Olympics. However, didn't quite go so well.
No, for one thing, no one has seen this outside of these people.
All right, so there's
What the
also
hell? Until Jim McKay does it on Wild War Sports, this is not a sport.
all right. So let me run down because I'm down to the final 7 here. So I got number 7 is the air guitar competitions. Party like a star. Save money on strings. Did you ever put your headphone in a crowded bus and start playing the air guitar? Anyways,
I thought that they had a series on TV for air guitar competition. It was like, it was like The Voice, but it was like air guitar competitions.
I don't remember that.
all right.
Air guitar.
Coming at
Yeah.
number 6, we have extreme ironing. The satisfaction of
my
wearing
God.
a well-pressed dress is priceless, but sometimes one can't help but obsess over ironing clothes. At least that's what we believe after learning about the extreme ironing sport.
No, it's dumb.
Yeah. Extreme ironing is an extreme sport in which you take your iron and ironing board to a remote, dangerous location, such as on the mountainside,
On the mountainside. Look at
and
that. That is
iron your
stupid.
clothes.
Oh my
That
goodness.
is stupid. Why is that a sport?
There is a guy literally hanging on the side of a cliff with a ironing board. Oh, now there's a skydivers
They're skydiving.
ironing.
Wow.
Well, how does that shark laying flat? They'd be flying. No, it's the guy with the shark down here.
Okay.
How is that a sport?
That is.
Oh,
it's-
you win.
It's not. It's just silly more than anything. It's shock value.
Wow.
Oh, somebody's ironing under the underwater.
There's a shark behind them. All right, at number 5, we have
it's all shock value.
we have the World Beard and Mustache Championship.
That's
World
not a
Beard and
sport either.
Mustache Association, the WBMA, has been conducting this championship since 2004, which men flaunt their healthy and lengthy mustaches and beards. The first
Oh,
such
wait a minute.
contest.
What the hell is that thing up there? What
Wow.
That?
Wow, that
What
is-
is that? Looks like a horse.
That's like a dog. That is an
That's
incredible amount.
disgusting.
Yeah, that's just odd. So,
So
What
I
in
want to
the
know. I want to
hell?
know what these beards look like when they're not styled like that.
well, there you go.
Oh, well, there you go.
This guy has one side of his face done and the other side not.
Well, that's not a very well.
No,
one,
that's
though.
a crappy looking.
I mean, this guy here with the big old curves.
Yeah, that is a lot of beard wax.
That's impressive, man.
I wonder how long it takes to get it like that. Just go out every day like that.
Wow, that's
Look at me.
yeah. I'm not doing.
Oh,
any of
this
that.
guy has.
That makes me want to shave.
He has a comb over, but his beard is to comb over. Grow up some.
Where?
That guy right there.
so his beard
great.
comes down and up over his head.
So, because he's bald, so it looks like he has a comb over.
All right. Number 4 is the cow chip tossing championship.
I've heard of this one.
Yeah. So the cow chip tossing champion is usually a game where you need to throw a piece of dried buffalo dung into the farthest distance. The person whose chip flings the furthest is the crowned winner.
I mean, it's dry bud as such by the time you do that.
Whatever. That's just kind of
gross.
So it's a cow patty that you're
It's
throwing?
a dried cow
It's a piece
patty.
of-
Okay.
You're throwing shit across the field.
That's
Yeah.
gross.
Then you got the cheese rolling championship.
We talked about that
That's
one.
the wooden roll tunnel down a hill. And at number 2, we got the World Pancake Racing Championship. Pancake
Eating?
Racing Championship. So who doesn't love their grandma's pancakes? But did you know that you could race with a pancake? Sounds unusual, right? Pancake racing is part of England's quirky tradition. However, its genesis is still shrouded in mystery. It seems to have multiple
you're holding the
origins. There you go. So you're running with. During the Second World War, the custom was revived by Vicar Olney, Reverend Canon Ronald, whatever. In a pancake race, contestants run holding a frying pan with a pancake in it.
That's
As they
kinda
run,
fun.
they toss the pancake in the air so that it flips and lands back on the pan on the other side. People will form a team of 2 and 4. Each team will run along with a short course to stop to flip their pancake 4 times and pass it to the other person in the team. The entire team which crosses the finish line are declared the winners.
What if you drop it?
That sounds like you're
You got to eat
you're
it
ejected.
immediately.
Yeah, you got a keister it.
Yeah, all right.
Number 1, the world. What do you think the number 1 is? How ridiculous is this?
More so than extreme ironing.
Good
Right.
Lord. The World Egg Throwing Championship.
How far can you catch it?
Well, the event was born in 2006 at Swatton in England. What the hell? Why is this all this shit happening in England? Since then, the event is held annually. The egg flinging games come in various categories, and one of the categories, a team of 2 will throw and catch eggs from a greater distance.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that happened all the time in fairs and school events.
We did that,
and-
and we called it Flag Day. It was the game day.
Yeah, it's
last
called
day of
egg
the year.
toss.
Yes.
Well, it's also called the Russian egg roulette. The egg is flung at a human target. 2 players will compete against each other where they have to choose 6 eggs to smash them on each other's forehead. Among the 6 eggs, 1 is raw. And the person getting the raw egg was smashed on their forehead. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, we had egg toss all the time.
That's nothing new.
Yeah,
All right, so the that contest.
They must not have much to do over there in England.
I think you're right. Well,
Well-
maybe they just have fun doing
Maybe they're
weird
just
shit.
outside more.
Well, they don't have guns. So
Yeah, right. So what else are they going to do?
Yeah, we just shoot each other.
speaking of guns, oh my God, this Memorial Weekend was tragic.
50 people in Chicago.
Shit, was it 50-50?
50 in Chicago.
That's not unusual for a weekend in Chicago, right?
Well,
Well,
it's
it's a little
kind of a
high.
record breaker for like in 8 years, from what I understood.
Yeah, it was pretty high.
Oh, well, the second half went pretty good. We're pretty fast.
Have you tasted your bourbon yet, Sean?
Yeah, I've tasted it. Tastes
I
pretty good. The Bardstown, right?
I downed it. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Definitely smell the sweetness now, and actually taste a little tobacco in there.
That's good. That's not as burny.
No, it was definitely not as burny second time around.
It was kind of burny when you drink it all at once.
I was going to say yours was pretty full.
Well, thank you, Mr. Producer, Mr. Austin.
Oh, you got a little
Yeah,
phlegm,
you can't
little
talk.
bourbon phlegm.
I was trying to breathe.
Apparently, it did burn.
All right. Well, it is.
All right.
It's May 30th.
It is May 30th.
What do we got going on next week? Are we all going to be here?
Do it again.
We should be. Or are we doing wood? Anyway, we'll talk about it.
No, we're
Yes.
gonna go. We're gonna come back for another podcast. We're
right.
gonna do wood over the weekend. Let's do like us. I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
See you guys next week.